In basketball-esque frame continuously, nervously, banging against a box only he could see. My friend Frank robbed a Kentucky Fried Chicken with a fork. He courted the girl that worked there on her off time. Her girlfriends thought she was way off to go out with a boy that talked like an electric circuit. They had it all worked out. Except she must have got cold feet on the day of the robbery because she called in sick. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the 85-degree blue-collar melancholy sun, disguised in his brother's red and yellow white striped... It's the first day with my new teeth. You think you can get shit on eBay, but you can't. Red, bright, striped ski mask, armed with a stainless steel fork and 15 years of Catholic Italian longings, Frank ran into the Kentucky Fried Chicken at the corner of Butternut and Lodi, and finding no one behind the counter, he yelled to the two people sitting at the booth eating their original recipe breasts, "Everybody hit the deck!" And they looked up at him and they laughed. The manager sauntered too casually out from the back room, and Frank screamed again, this time slamming his fork down so hard on the counter that he cut his own hand. And the three people saw the blood, and the unrelenting fierceness, and the eyes behind the ski mask. They knew he was serious. Through the dusty and street plate glass window, passerbys could easily have witnessed three people huddled on the ground, and a masked Frank, fork gripped in midair, as he jammed down the register button, grabbed $214 and fled. First time he told me this story was 15 years later on a blustery evening we were broke down in the sub-zero snow this side of the Canadian border. That lonely orange U-Haul squeaking with every jet of northern icy wind provided a refuge in its cab for 8 hours. Me and Frank in the front, sharing cigarettes, later end butts, flannel shirts that had been discarded in earlier months, summer days. Come on, you snakes, the sun had called. Shed those skins till I've forgotten behind the seats, now taken out and used as blankets and stuffed into door cracks to guard against the razor chill. After a few hours of the boredom peaked, and the conversation snowballed and turned heated and sillier and confessional and redeeming. And Frank told me about his Italian grandmother, how she would stare at his carved body, every inch of which was covered with a thick rug-like hair, and she would shake her head Sicilian serious, and she would moan in broken English, "Blood of the wolf! Blood of the wolf!" In that truck, Frank threw back his head and howled with laughter. Then he told me how he robbed a Kentucky Fried Chicken with a fork, and I screamed with laughter, "A fork! A fucking fork!" So hard I actually got warm for a few minutes. When they found us 8 blue-bone cold chill hours later, I was half asleep, but Frank was doing imitations of his boyhood hero, AC/DC's Bon Scott, yelling, "And you made it out with a bullet in your back across the Canadian snow." Parenthetically, I got to talk to you a little bit because there's a very good possibility a lot of you are music geeks here. Yes, my friend Frank, his boyhood hero was AC/DC's Bon Scott. He also loved Phil Lynette from Thin Lizzy. I get to play Limerick Island. I get to play through Phil's amp. That's a big treat for me. Now, Thin Lizzy, they had a lot of great songs. They had 2 big hits here in America. The Boys Are Back in Town and Jailbreak. Let's talk about Jailbreak very quick because I spent hours in the fucking car driving gate to gate, talking to no one. I've got you here. I've got the PA. Fuck you. We're going to talk. Jailbreak. The chorus goes as follows. Tonight there's going to be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. How about the fucking jail? When you go to the jail, I would go to the jail. That's where I would go if there was a jailbreak. To the jail. Just saying. That was 8 years ago. Frank drives for somebody else and I moved to Texas. We couldn't make a go of our business in upstate New York, and the bank repossessed our truck. Last night when I was headed to the CD player, I thought I heard that truck outside beeping. I rode in that truck for half a decade. I know the sound of it and Frank's loud, impatient black coffee and V8 juice horn blast, and I was ready to ride. When I went to the window, there was no truck. And as my eyes scanned the Texas horizon, I thought I saw running behind the trees a boy. He was wearing a ski mask. He was holding a fork.